everything you think. Let me say that again. Don't believe everything you think. If you don't have what you want, it's because you're not thinking bigger and or thinking different. I'm going to break it down now. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker. But I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. Welcome to another show of the making of a DM. Sitting here in an amazing location. Not my normal location today, but one you'll probably hear from me more often. I'm overlooking 150-ish acres in a beautiful setting. Backdrop with the pond. You might hear some birds chirping and animals running around or whatever. Who knows? But I'm very lucky and excited to be here with you today. If you're brand new to the show, I want to just say thank you so much. Welcome to the making of a DM. That's right, the DM, deal maker. You are the deal maker of your life, dream maker as well. A lot going on over here, and I hope a lot going on over there in a good way. You see, today I want to share with you guys, the show is about don't believe everything you think. I'll explain a lot more of what that is and how it's holding a lot of great people back from accomplishing something so amazing at all levels in their life. And we'll go into detail with that. Before I do, I just want to let you guys know, Nashville, Tennessee, June 25th and June 26th is going to be absolutely epic. We have tickets left still. My guy Gino is talking to a lot of different people trying to make the times work and everything. So if you want a ticket, right now the investment's only $1,000, $997. Get you a ticket to the event. If you want to bring a spouse, it's half off at $497. There's nothing to buy. This is a networking, connection, education event. We will give you the goods. I'm going to have my boy Kevin. I'm talking with Blue Collar Millionaires. If you're a blue collar business owner and you want to see how to scale to many millions of dollars, Kevin's going to break down exactly how to do that and what he's done to be able to get to many millions of dollars and getting ready for a massive 8-figure exit. I'm going to have my buddy Austin Rutherford, owns 130-something houses in Columbus, Ohio. And he's 30 years old. He's absolutely murdering the game, and he's just getting started. And it's awesome to see. And he's going to share with you exactly how he's been able to do that and how he was spending tens of thousands of dollars a month on marketing to get these kind of deals. But now what he's done is he's going to share with you exactly how he's getting deals for free. So imagine cutting your marketing dollars down to zero. It's pretty powerful. And he's a very small team, so really neat to see. I also got my boy Corey G. Corey G is going to be sharing great insights with you about health and wealth. Corey built a company that got to a little north of $300 million in the supplement space. Realized that's not what he wanted to do. And then not at that level anyways, became a little too corporate-y. He's a gym rat. He loves the gym. He's an amazing human being. Me and G go back 20 plus years. He's going to break down his story of how he's been on all these covers of magazines, what he's done to build a massive residual business, helping people change our lives for the better, and also what he's working on. He's building an island right now, and he's writing another book, which is really cool. And maybe if you guys show up, we'll get your butt out there. We might have some goodies to give you to take away with you, and that's all I'm going to say because it's pretty cool. But again, that's just part of it. And another part is we're going to have that big birthday bash. As you may or may not know, June 19th is my birthday, and every year I do this event for charity. So 100% of the net proceeds go to charity. Last year we raised over $711,000 in 45 minutes. You'll meet and see amazing things happen before your eyes. So June 26th, we have Cash and Cowboys. That's the theme of this year. And obviously it has to be. It's in Nashville, right? And we're going to literally open up this room to a whole nother level and change people's lives we'll probably never meet. And you'll see it firsthand. If you've never been to one of these events or experiences, you're missing out, not just for yourself today, but your future self of what you're capable of, not just on what you're going to learn how to earn, but also what you'll learn how to give. The giving muscle is real in the DM community. You'll see it. They'll be recognized because of it. And the change is unparalleled of anything I've ever seen in my entire life. I've been at this game almost 28 years, and I'm just getting started. I haven't done anything for where we're going. And the tribe and the DM community is all just getting started. And you're going to meet these guys and gals. You're going to be able to connect if you're looking to do deals, if you have money to do deals, if you have time to do deals, if you just want to learn how to grow your business and all that. Like, everything you're trying to accomplish is done in that room. I will show you how we've been able to generate many millions of dollars in different strategies in all types of verticals of business. I don't care what business you're in. It does not matter. Business is business. The humans mess up these business things thinking, well, my business is different. Okay, if you say so. Again, we're going to show you how to get to that $1 million a year net in your organization as fast as humanly possible. It doesn't happen overnight. It does take work, but it also takes smart work. And that's what we're going to share there. So if you have not got your ticket, you should message me immediately on Instagram at Mark Evans DM and just say Nashville podcast. Nashville podcast lets me know you're coming from here. I'll get you on the phone with Gino. Every single person we talk to make sure it's a good fit. I'm not there to sell you anything. I have nothing to sell you, actually. Like I said, this is a charity event. So come there, open arms, and be ready to receive because it's about to go down June 25th and June 26th in Nashville, Tennessee. Shoot me a message. Love to hear from you ASAP. And if you have shot me a message and I haven't responded, well, one, I didn't see it because I respond to every message. But two, shoot me another message, put it in there, and I'll make sure I see it if I didn't see it for some reason. That would be weird, but I'm here. I got you. So today, before I do that, thank you guys. Again, I'm getting lots of messages. Dude, thank you for the podcast show. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. Thank you. I just want to say thank you to guys for leaving, positive feedback on, iTunes and Spotify or whatever platform you're listening to, Amazon even. We have a lot of great reviews, a lot of great people seeing it. If you could just take 1 minute of your life and it'd be greatly appreciated just sharing your positive feedback. That's, all I ask. I don't charge for this. I'm giving you my time for free. I take this very serious, not just my time, but also your time. I don't want to waste it. And that's why I'm sharing real stuff with you. And I don't have sponsorships and gas and all that stuff that are trying to sell you something. I want to just share real knowledge with you. So if you take a minute and do that, that'd be super amazing. I appreciate you. So let's get to the story here. Don't believe everything you think. That was my thought on it. I've been traveling for about 10 days and I daily thought on it and I keep writing down, don't believe everything you think. I grew up small town, hillbilly, Ohio. I'm not knocking it. I appreciate I grew up there, but I also know there's a lot of stinking thinking. And everything I was taught to think did not necessarily serve me. Actually, most of it never served me, right? Guy drives by a nice car. Yeah, man, it must rip someone off. Guy has a nice house. Yeah, I wonder who they're screwing over there. Wonder what they're doing. Oh, yeah, it must be nice, right? This kind of thinking. They're not doing it to hurt you. They're doing it. That's just how they think. But as you've heard the saying before, maybe you've heard the story about the elephant. One of the strongest animals in the world, right? An elephant. This thing will fucking crush you like a toothpick if it steps on you, literally, right? But as a baby in the circus and all that, they take an elephant, or in these other countries, they'll take an elephant, put a chain around its ankle and give it like 12 feet to go in a circle, right? And over the years, the baby's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10-year elephant. 1 year they take off that chain around its ankle. What do you think the elephant does? Do you think it runs off into the wild and lives a happy, amazing life? Well, that's not what happens at all. We know that. What happens is actually the elephant still thinks it's chained up and only has a 12-foot radius. I want to ask you a question. What kind of thinking has got you to where you're at? I want to ask you another question. What kind of thinking do you think you need to create to get to where you want to go? Do you think the way you think today is going to get you to where you want to go? The anxiety that you're feeling, the anxiousness, the excitement, the opportunities to grow so fucking big that no one would recognize you because you just really have become someone so different. Not different as a person, necessarily the way you look, but what you're doing in your life. You're giving back to charities millions and millions of dollars a year. You have your name on the hospital. You have your family taken care of for multiple generations. What kind of thinking do you think it takes to get to that point? I want you to expand your mind. This is why people are part of the DM Alliance, why they're part of the DM family. Why in the world do you think someone would invest $50,000 in themselves to join the DM community? Or $1,000 a month to join the DM Alliance? It's not necessarily, how to get rich, but how to think different, how to ask different questions to get different answers. We've all heard the saying, if you want something different, do something different. But so many people are doing the same things expecting different results. That's called insanity. Lots of you, and again, I have lots of people listening to the show. Lots of you are in different stages of your life, different stages of your business. But unfortunately, a lot of you are in the same fucking place you've been at for multiple years. Just you've lost many years of your life. You're working hard. You have very little to show for it. You know there's more out there, but yet you can't seem to get out of the cycle. What needs to change? I see so many good people living below their capabilities. They fall back into the same cycle. You know who I'm talking about. Go to any event. Yeah, man, I'm just getting started. I'm restarting. It's like, dude, you've been restarting for 12 years. Why are you always in restarting mode? Because they understand how to do it. That's how they think. They think they need to restart to grow. No, you need to elevate your thinking to grow what you've already restarted 12 years ago. Everyone talks about compound of money. Do you understand what your compound of thoughts do to your life? Good and bad. Compound effect is massive. This is why you need to be in groups that challenge you with the way you think. I was on a call today, and the guy's like, dude, I call it the MIT, right? Most important thing. I'm like, yo, his name's Mike. Mike, what's the most important thing? Dude, I'm in so much debt. Cool, man. How much? Oh, it's so much. Dude, I can't. It's a lot. Okay, cool. How much? This is the elephant with the chain right now effect. He's like, dude, it's $150,000. I'm like, only $150,000? That's not a lot of debt. It's only $150,000. This is a 40-something-year-old man that's been in business over 20 years. If $150,000 is a lot of debt in 20 years of business, you are not a thinker of big scale. Your problems you're thinking about are small, minute, and are never going to enjoy life. Straight up. Because you're always hindered with all these small thinking problems. You exhaust yourself. You can't sleep. You're always fighting these demons internally and externally about all the small shit going on in your life. It's controlling you. The chain is off. It's been off for years. And it's constantly just circling around this 12-foot perimeter. I could literally smack the guy in the ass, in this case, the elephant. It won't move out of the circle. It can't. It's shackled mentally, not physically anymore. When you understand that the game of life is about your mindset, has nothing to do with external things like, oh man, that's a great business. No, dude, if you are shitty mindset, I don't care how great the business is, you will fail at it. I guarantee it. I know you'll fail at the business and you'll fail at life. You need to have the proper mindset. You have to think bigger. You have to think different. You have to get around big thinkers. You have to get around different thinkers. I want you to get in a room. When you sit there and you hear this, you're like, dude, if I could just make $1 million a year net. And then the other guy says, if I only made $1 million a week, I'd be broke. I want you to understand the contrast of that in your brain. And then you look at the guy, you're 47, he's 32. He's definitely not smarter than you, but he's thinking different. That's the only thing they're doing different. Thinking bigger, thinking different. The problem is you're too afraid to get in these rooms because you'll get exposed to reality of what's possible. And then you'll have to stop doing these small things. And as this big elephant in this 12-foot circle, someone's got to grab you by the fucking neck and pull you out of the circle, coax you out of it, and let you know it's okay, it's safe over here. You'll be okay. I don't have to reprogram you to do that, by the way. I have to deprogram you first. You get deprogrammed and then reprogram you. Just like a computer operating system, just like a cell phone. You have to upload, reprogram. But you have to swipe, you have to take out the old, put in the new. But it's going to you're going to constantly fight it until you start doing it. Until you step 1 foot around and you walk away and you come back and it's okay, nothing happened. Then you go 2 feet out and then you come back in, okay, it's good, nothing happened. So many of you are so close to a whole nother life, just changing your thinking. And again, don't believe everything you think. Do you think $150,000 is a lot of money in debt? If you think yes, you're thinking way too small. Do you think making $1 million a year is a lot of money? It's not a lot of money. Trust me. There's a lot more money out there. And I don't care what industry you're in or what vertical you're in. Someone's making way more. Way more. I want you to get a grip on this reality that what you're doing might not be serving you. Your thinking is actually holding you back, not helping you grow or protecting you. Now, I'm not saying all thinking is created equal, clearly. And I'm not saying go out here and be reckless either. What I'm saying is get around environments where thinking is big, aggressive, and different. I want you to get in a room. I was talking with a guy today, and he's like, Mark, he's like, dude, true story. Last month, we lent $248 million out in 1 month. Last month. Oh my God, if I had $248 million, man, I'd be the man. Motherfucker, you can't ever get 248 with your mindset, with your thinking patterns. It doesn't exist. So don't exhaust the mental capabilities today to talk about $248 million. But what you want to hear in that statement is this guy's his company gave out $248 million in a month. And I'm sitting there fucking around trying to get $30,000 or $150,000 for a deal in private money. And I can't do it. It's really hard, Mark. You don't understand. Hard? What are you doing? What's hard about it? I don't have to believe your bullshit story you've told yourself to allow you to be a pussy. I'm getting aggressive because right now, in the season we're in business, it's really tough. People are getting pummeled all over the place. Just watch. You don't have to believe me. Watch. People are literally sitting on straws. It's just a matter of time. Two-legged stools right now. One goes down, it's over. Big bank just went out, Republic, $7 billion, I think I saw. There's about 14 other banks about to follow behind that. Stay tuned. It's just the start. What makes you think a small mom and pop operation like you and I can't take a massive hit? It's why you got to protect your downside. It's why you got to start thinking bigger, thinking different, thinking strategically. Too many of you are stuck in exhausting your energies thinking about small things. So when something big happens, you lose everything. I don't want you to lose. I want you to win at levels you don't even know you're capable of yet. That's what I want for you. Do you want that? Because that takes a different level of thinking. I saw someone was coming to the event potentially for Nashville. I see the notes Gino sends me. Hey man, this lady, she's doing okay, but man, she said she invested in a mastermind and she needs to invest in a real estate deal next, and she's not sure. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking $1,000. If $1,000 is your problem, you have way bigger problems. You don't have any resources. You're not resourceful. You don't believe in yourself enough to invest $1,000 to be in a room of massive thinkers to change your life? If that's the case, I can't help you. No one can. You can't even fucking help yourself. Yeah, but Mark, you don't understand. It's tough out. No, it's not. See, when I say it's tough and things are changing, that is the truth. But that doesn't mean it's harder. It's just different. And different means harder. And by the way, hard means something different to everybody. If I say, dude, that's hard, you're like, yeah, it's so hard. What's hard? I don't know, it's just hard. How hard? I don't know, it's just hard. Dude, all you're doing is doing 5 push-ups. What's hard about that? Hey, all you're doing is making 7 calls to sellers. What's hard about that? Hey, all you're doing is setting up a CRM. What's hard about that? Hey, all you got to do is go over to this website and set up a job placement ad to hire a person you said that you need help with. What's hard about that? There's nothing hard about that. It's just different. Your stinking thinking ain't serving you anymore. You know it. I know it. The question is, what are you going to do about it? I'm so passionate about this because this is what changed my life. I'm no smarter than anybody. Trust me. Probably the opposite. But I do think different. I do think bigger. I'm not the elephant on the chain. I unchained and moved on. Mom and Dad, I love you, but your thinking doesn't serve me. I call my parents every single morning, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. True story. Around 7 o'clock, pretty much every fucking morning. Hey, what's going on? Same story, same day, whatever. I love it. Because one day they're not going to answer that call. But I also do know what they talk about, what they think about is not what I think about. I'm not judging it. But where I'm going, if I thought about the shit they think about, you're stuck in the mud. They're always stuck. It's always hard. You don't understand. I don't need to understand your dumb, stupid thinking that's holding you back from creating the life you want. And then they get frustrated. And then you get mad. And then you take it out on people. And then you overeat. Then you overdrink. And then you give up on your goals and dreams in life. And then you blame everyone else. And then you say, money doesn't make you happy. Well, you haven't given enough money away. You haven't helped enough people. You can't pay your own bills. You can't, if something bad happens, you can't help people that you love. You've given up. I don't want that for anybody here, ever. I don't want that for anybody for that matter at all. There's nothing good that comes from people that give up. Nothing good happens. Nothing. I want you to know your thinking dictates where you're going, your outcome. There's going to be scary moments. You're going to be in uncharted territory all the time. It's going to be painful, whatever that means. But it's good pain. If you're in the gym and you can only bench 250 and you want to bench 300, there's a lot of pain to accomplish the goal. But it's good pain. Pressure, good pressure. Most of you aren't willing to do this. So don't be pissed off when you don't get what you want. It's not like it doesn't exist. It exists everywhere. It just never can show up in your life until you change your thinking. Because your thinking starts changing your actions. Your actions will change your outcome. Don't you want more? Don't you want bigger? Don't you want true freedom? Don't you want to give more? Don't you want to help more people? Don't you want to stop worrying about all this bullshit that you worry about that's so small? It's always funny that people say, money doesn't make you happy. I'm like, cool, why are you sad? Dude, I owe $150,000. I'm in massive debt. So if you had 150 grand and solved your problem, would you be happy? Yeah, but that doesn't make, dude, you don't understand. It's so big. That's a lot of money. Huh, okay. If you believe that, cool. I can't help them. They can't even help themselves. I want you to do something too. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of crazy stuff. Me included, by the way. Right? Do you give yourself a statute of limitations on your situation? Say if you have something bad hit you in life or business. You say, hey, man, I'll give you 7 days to moan and groan, but you got to move on, dude. I know a guy, his father's like 92 years old, passes away. It's like 3 years ago. The guy's still moaning and groaning about it. Now, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but dude, 3 years? Maybe 10 weeks, 12 weeks. And I'm not saying he won't be missed. I'm not saying it won't be sad. But dude, get your emotions in check. What's your statute of limitations of fucking, you have a bad employee, they steal from you, or this happens or that happens. I know people still using the 2008 market correction as the reason they haven't got back into real estate because it's so hard. You don't understand, man. It was tough back then, dude. That was 15 years ago, homie. 16 years ago. You're still using it as an excuse? I want you to think about this. What's holding you back? Put limitations on it. I know Tony Robbins always talks about this. Like, dude, he's a little aggressive. I think he says 90 seconds. You know, I don't know if that's true or not, but like, that's very aggressive. I'm not at 90 seconds. Sometimes different things take different amounts of time to process, but too many people lay in this emotion. Use it as fuel. Fuel. My buddy's dad was 90-something years old. I'm like, dude, he lived a great fucking life. What do you want to do? Live to 94 and it'll be different? It sucks. But it's where we're all headed. And guess what? Life will continue with or without us. Your thinking is very important. What do you think about when you're laying in bed at night? What do you think? I call it pillow talk. What do you think about at 3 a.m. when you're staring up at the ceiling? What are you thinking about? I talk about this often, but like, I go to bed at 10, put my kids to bed, and I'm up at 4:30, 5 o'clock every morning like clockwork, 7 days a week. I can't wait to get up. I don't want to get up every day, but I have to because of big goals, big dreams, big things happening. Now, I'm not saying once in a while I don't sleep in. No one's 100% on this, by the way, but I'm very aware of it. And if I'm off track, I get back on track as fast as humanly possible. Too many of you have been doing this for years. You're making it a habit, sleeping in. Feels good. You know what doesn't feel good? When you look at yourself and you look at your family knowing you could do more, you can be better. And if you could do it on your own, why aren't you already doing it? It's simple. It's because you're not around big thinkers. You're not around different thinkers. I don't care if you ever come to one of my events ever. This actually might be my last one. It's a lot of fucking work for no money. A lot. But at the end of the day, get in a room that challenges you to think different, to think bigger, to think that you have more inside of you than you're even thinking you have. You're probably so good at what you do, you don't even know how good you are. Because the 7-year-old person told you, some buddy of yours or some kid you thought was your friend, said something negative to you. And you're carrying that as a shackle on your heel, as the elephant 12-foot radius. It's amazing to me, like you and I potentially could see the same exact thing happen. You and I could make an investment and it could go south, and two of us could have drastically different outcomes. Because my thinking may be different than yours. I have a family member that literally thinks no one's ever helped them. Ever. They don't pay their own bills. Family members do. They don't take care of their kids. Family members do. They've always helped them. And yet, they say no one's ever helped them. And what's interesting, I've never asked for help. I don't need it. I'm a big boy. I can take care of myself. But I'm very thankful to know and grateful to know that I come from an amazing group of people in my life, my family, that would help us if we needed it. But I'm also very grateful to know that I don't need it. I don't want to put that burden on them. Too many people put burdens on other people they love or they say they love, but they'll burden them with their life problems. If you thought different and thought bigger and did different and bigger stuff in life, you could take care of them instead of them potentially taking care of you. Your business and your life and your future requires you to grow. If you're not investing tens of thousands of dollars a year in yourself every year for the rest of your life, you're limiting your growth. You're limiting your opportunities. Why wouldn't you invest $1,000 a month to join Dealmaker Alliance or something alike? Why wouldn't you invest? And again, that's not for everybody, but the 50 grand a year one is. There's groups in there. There's a group I pay $120,000 a year to be a part of. Why wouldn't you? You're worth it, aren't you? Just to be in the room to hear what they're talking about, how they're thinking, why they're thinking that way. Just to expand the framework of what's possible. Yeah, man, I own a gutter business. The most I can make is 400 grand a year. That's interesting. I have a buddy that nets 3 million a year in that space. Yeah, no way, man. Not in my market. Okay, cool. Keep telling yourself that then. Yeah, man, my HVAC company, man, we're crushing it. Oh yeah, how much you making? 250 a year. 250 million? Yeah, right, man. I wish. 250,000. You're crushing it? How? I know people making $25 million a year in the same space. I know someone just sold one for 40 million. I know someone selling one for 53 million right now. And you're talking about 250,000? And you've been doing it for 15 years? How stupid are you to think that that's big money? As you know, 250 doesn't buy what it used to 2 years ago, let alone 10 years ago. Add kids, add college, add cars, add employees, add all these other things. You're broke. I'm not trying to minimize what you've done. I'm trying to inspire you what you can do, what you're capable of. When you step foot in Nashville, Tennessee, lives will be changed. Happens every year. My life changes. So if my life's changing, I know your life will. I'm around big thinkers every day. I'm inspired daily. But we all can fall back into patterns. We all have doubt. Question is, what do you do when doubt creeps in? Who do you call? What do you do? How do you act? How do you react? This is the stuff that changes the game. I challenge you to show up into the room of big thinkers and different thinkers. I'm talking about people that's doing stuff you want to do. Make massive amounts of money. If you're not here to learn from me to make massive amounts of money, I'm not your guy. I want you to be so massively successful. You're texting me like, dude, I have to pay $17 million in taxes this year. What can I do about that? I want your tax bill, potential tax bill, because I want to hook you up with good people to show you how to minimize that legally and properly. I want your tax bill, potential tax bill, to be more than you've ever dreamed about making in a year. That's how much money I want you making. Do you? Do you? No, really, do you? Because if you did, you'd get your ass up, you'd shoot me a message, and you'd get a ticket to Nashville. You're sitting here listening to the show. You should be shaking. I'm shaking. Because I know what we're capable of. We have one shot at this thing called life. Life. And we're going to minimize it because of the way we think. I want to be a bigger thinker. I want to be a bigger and better thinker. I want to be a different thinker. I know what got me to where I'm at. It's not going to get me to where I'm going. What do I need to talk about? What does it need to look like? What am I thinking about? What is a problem in my life today that will not be a problem next year? Because I'm so much bigger. I'm thinking different. This is the kind of stuff we're going to be talking about in Nashville. I believe it's the most timely time ever to be in a room of people that are going to challenge your thinking to another level. It'll change your life. I want you to know I'm here for you. I'm rooting for you. I'm thinking bigger for you, but I can't do it for you. I'm thinking big. I'm doing big. I'm around different thinkers. I'm bringing my different thinker guys that I roll with daily into that room in Nashville. They're going to drop their knowledge. You're going to, like, dude, my boy Corey was a coal miner, built a company to over $300 million. Got out of that. Now he has other companies crushing it. They look way different. This guy's a thinking machine. Now he has an island. Probably as I'm talking to you, he's probably on his island, developing it out as we speak. He'll share that there live. And he's writing a book about it. My boy Kevin, how he's able to generate millions of dollars net per year in a blue-collar space that most people are averaging $80,000 a year in. How? What's he doing different? You're stealing from yourself and your future if you're not in these kind of rooms. My boy Austin, a 30-year-old young man, about to have his first baby in August. Actually, July. How's he able to get 100-plus doors? I think it's 130 doors. How's he able to raise tens of millions of dollars? You think it's because he's thinking small? This guy was a valet guy at 22 years old. So in 8 years, he's acquired $25+ million in assets at 30 years old. What's your excuse? What's your reason why you're not where you want to be? It's not because it doesn't exist. It's not because someone that looks like you, talks like you, hasn't been able to accomplish. The only difference is because they're thinking different and bigger. That's it. Because with different thinking and thinking bigger, different actions take place. It sets forth a different motion, which creates a different outcome. The outcome you desire. Your thinking that you think has got you to where you're at. Don't believe me. Go look at your fucking bank account. Go look at your calendar and see what you're doing with your family and your friends and your whatever you want to do. Tell me if it's what you want. If it's what you want, stop listening to me. But if it's not, get in the room where opportunity and thinking is different. You owe it to yourself. Don't be so selfish thinking you're going to figure this shit out on your own. You may, but at what cost? The investment's $1,000. It's a joke. Get in the right room. Change your life. Period. I don't have anything else to say, but if you're interested in a ticket, shoot me a message on Instagram at Mark Evans DM. Say podcast-Nashville. I'll link up with you and we'll talk. Get out there. Keep kicking ass. I appreciate you being here. I'm excited to see you guys in Nashville, Tennessee, June 25th and June 26th. Let's go, baby. Appreciate you. Make today count.
I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. And I come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. They should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose. Yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to
This is thepodcastfactory.com.